We're here with Elizabeth, who's one of our reenactors at the Sugar Bush Fair. And Elizabeth, tell us what your group's doing here today.
Well, what we're doing is we're showing how the maple sap would have been boiled down to sugar in colonial times, in the late 1700s specifically. And so we have our large iron kettle over the fire with the wooden structure supporting it. You notice there's not a lot of extra metal in camp because metal was very rare and valuable. So anything we could build out of wood, which is widely available, as you can see around us, we would. And then we have some wood buckets here with the yoke, and that's how we would gather the syrup from all the various trees about and bring them to the fire.
Would that be the job for the women back in colonial times?
Children. The children would be doing that. The woman would be tending the fire. We'd also have other fires going with the food for the rest of the day. You know, some stews going and things like that, because we're also always thinking about the next meal or two. You know.
Would this be almost a celebration, or is would it be a chore?
It's both, because it's a gathering together. Often it's you haven't seen people for a long time, so you gather together at sugar camp. So seeing, you know, who made it through the winter, how everyone's doing, and at the same time you're sharing the work so that you can all have the syrup and the sugar to last you through the rest of the year, because this would be your sugar for the whole calendar, for the whole seasonal year, from spring to spring.
Tell me about your group. Is this a hobby? Is it a special interest group? What brings you all together?
A love of history, basically. We all come from different backgrounds. Several of us have been affiliated with Spring Valley Nature Sanctuary for several years and have been at this event and others for 20 years, just about. So.
And your group is called?
We are the Wapiti Trading Company.
And do you have a website?
We do have a website. It's wapititc.com or .org. I'm not sure, but I can find out about that.
We're going to give a shot here to see what the kids from colonial times dealt with these buckets. So we're going to give it a try. Oh, they look heavy.
Okay. They are a little heavy. You're going to want to turn around with your back towards me. It's not rude. Okay, now you want to stand up real straight. Put your grab that on the end. Now, these are empty buckets. Imagine them with a gallon of water or sap in them. And then you want to walk very slow and steady, otherwise you're going to splash yourself. Would you like me to hold this?
And actually I got it, and the children would do this, huh?
The children would do this.
So the buckets would be running down the trees, or the sap would be running down the trees?
Running and would be collected in a smaller bucket, and then it would be transferred to these buckets, and basically just shuttled back and forth to the fire. And that would be ongoing because the sap runs for a couple of weeks.
So the next time my son is arguing about taking out the garbage, I should point out that he could be doing this.
Yes, he could be doing this for weeks.
Well, thank you very much for joining us and giving me this great opportunity.
Okay, make sure you have some syrup up at the tent.
Will do, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
James.
And how old are you, James?
10.
Can you tell me what you're doing here? It looks like you're putting a lot of holes in a tree.
Yeah.
Why are you putting the holes in the tree?
I don't know.
We're here with Paula, one of Spring Valley's volunteers. And Paula, what are you teaching the kids today?
Well, we're showing the kids how to tap trees in order to collect the sap to boil down to make syrup.
And how are they doing this?
Well, right now we have hand drills here to show them how to hand drill into a tree. So they'll drill in about 1.5 inches or so, back to drill out, and then tap in one of these metal spiles. And then once the kids are done doing the demo here, they can actually go see 2 of our trees that are actually tapped, that are collecting syrup right now, and then they are boiling down over in that section.
Well, thank you. And this is a little demo here?
Yes, this shows you the cross-section of the inside of a tree. The outer 1.5 to 2 inches is the sapwood, and that's where the sap actually flows. So you don't really need to tap in very far to collect sap to make maple syrup. And then the inside is the heartwood, where the sap doesn't flow.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.